What's up YouTube? For today's video, we're a situational Pokemon ability team. Now, there's a lot of Pokemon abilities out there, right? But some abilities you really don't ever see used or even actually come into effect. That is what this video is about, and it's a pretty cool team to cover. Now, the question for today is, what is your favorite unique Pokemon ability? So not something like Moxie, Intimidate, something you don't ever see used very much. Let me know in the comment section. I actually want to read some of the comments and see what you guys have got. Real quick shout out to all the members who have got this video early. I hope you're enjoying the early uploads. If you do want to become a member, hit that join button below the video or on my channel. You get a whole bunch of perks there. And let's get into it. So tonight I've got a triple battle special, and I've got 3 really good battles that actually really featured, the Pokemon abilities in this team and work really, really well. Okay, this first battle we have is against, I believe it was Alan. So we got all battles on my Discord as well, link in the description. Also, people, let's see if we can go for that 2,000 likes today on the video. If you enjoy the theme teams, I appreciate the support. So we got the Vivillon lead, a little bit scared of my big Dodo, and it's going to swap into the Weezing. So Thrash and Tangle Feet is the strategy I'm going for at the moment. With the ability Tangle Feet and Thrash giving it that confusion, it actually grants it some evasion. Now the item I've got on that is Bright Powder to help out with a little bit more scum. We've got Thrash, Roost, Acro Pressure, and Feint Attack. So we're going to go for the Thrash again, getting through that confusion really nicely, almost taking the Weezing out. Flamethrower is going to miss right at the start there, and that Tangle Feet Bright Powder scum works absolutely beautiful. Man, that Weezing just got bodied then. Alright people, so we're off to a flying start now. It's quite funny because Dodo can fly, but it doesn't have any wings. That was where the joke come from. So we got Vivillon coming in here. It's going to outspeed me with and take me out the Hurricane. Now, it does have Compound Eyes. That definitely didn't help my cause, and of course my confusion, ended too. But a wonderful start there it's not too often you get around a Weezing with Dodo. That was pretty dang good. Alright, so we're going to go into the Alolan Meowth now. So we got Tangle Feet to work. That was really nicely. And now, guys, we got the Alolan Meowth. Now, Alolan Meowth has... my Alolan Mouth, guys. My Alolan Mouth. So my Alolan Meowth is going to have the Rattle abilities, which you don't really get to see very often too. So I had 2 of them activate in a row, which is awesome. And now we're going to go off the Nasty Plot with Meowth. This is a special sweeper. Its special attack is, pretty garbage. So I went for the Dark Pulse, Nasty Plot, Hypnosis, and Dream Eater, Ability Rattle, and Item Focus Sash. So we get rid of the Vivillon. The only reason I actually got rid of that was because of Rattle. If it went for Hurricane, that definitely wouldn't have activated. So we're off to an awesome start here. Alright, so now we got the Ordina, which is going to be a Mega. There's nothing I can really do to this at all. It's pretty much I can go for the Dank Pulse or go for a risky Hypnosis. I went for Dark Pulse because I thought that was, the best option there. Alright, going for that Dank Pulse, hoping for the flinch, and it's not going to happen. I'm going to go down to the Scum Kiss. Now, if I did get a flinch there, I could have gone for the Hypnosis and then the Dream Eater, or go for some more nasty plots, but it was a very risky play there, so I was super happy with how both my Pokemon have gone so far. It was almost like an eye for an eye. Alright, so now we're going to go into Klinklang. So now we're going to feature the ability Plus and Minus. So Plus and Minus really aren't used very much in single battles. It's more for doubles. However, this Pokemon has some unique moves which actually work with Plus and Minus. So if you have the Plus or Minus ability, you can use the move Magnetic Flux. So what Magnetic Flux does, it raises the defense and special defense of your Pokemon. So it's pretty unique to this, to Klinklang. So that's going to give me a nice buff. It's basically like a cosmic power, but you have to have that exact, plus or minus ability. Now, since I had this ability, I thought I may as well make both, use of both the kind of moves that actually get a move from Plus and Minus, ability from Plus and Minus. So we got Gear Up. Now what Gear Up does, it raises the special attack and attack of the Pokemon. So 2 really, really unique moves there, and 2 moves that really only work with our ability. Now the other moves I had was Rest and Chesterberry, and I thought I'd put something really silly on there like Mirror Shot. So we got Mirror Shot. And it's a horrible move, and that's exactly why I wanted to put it on there. So the idea was to get as many magnetic fluxes up as I could, flux up, and then go for that Gear Up to get my special attack up, and then fire off those mega mirror shots, people. So unfortunately, this Golem was actually, it's pressuring me pretty hard with the Earthquake, and I was only able to get a couple of them off and get a Resto Chesto off. Now, the problem with the Golem coming out, I was kind of smelling a weakness policy with Rock Polish. I really was, but I had to attack this thing eventually, right? So I was like, okay, I'm probably going to get swept if this does happen. But, at least it's on 1 health, right? I might be able to take it out with something, or something may be able to live. All right, so we got another earthquake here on the Kling Klang. I think they were just waiting to, obviously they landed attack against them. I did have a couple of magnetic flux, which was good. So I eventually just went for the mirror shot here to get it over and done with. And that's going to take Golem all the way down to its sturdy. So it had the sturdy, right, but it didn't have weakness policy. I was like, okay. So I cast that barrier instead. So all right, so that's fine. It's not going to get like a boost in its stats or anything like that. And it's probably going to go for the earthquake this time, which it did. I'd say it probably had something like, it could have had explosion. That's like another nice little thing, to go with the cast that barrier. But obviously using explosion against Kling Klang would have been useless. So we got rid of the Golem, which is really nice there. So I've got to use like all 3 of my strategies so far. So this was a wonderful battle to actually show off these situational abilities. All right, so now we've got Magmortar coming in. There's really nothing I could do. This mirror shot is going to do monkeys. So I just went for the rest to see what move it was going to do. I was guessing something like a flamethrower. Judging on the sets that I brought, they were fairly, standard. So I got all my health back, but then they went for the focus energy. So I was like, okay, interesting. They've got focus energy. So I was like, okay, this is actually bad because that's going to get rid of my, if they crit me right, that's going to go around all my magnetic flux boosts. And now it's going to hit me with Fire Blast. Yeah, I'm not going to be living that one. That was a direct counter. It didn't even matter. Like, it didn't even get a crit there. So it would have been bad if I had like maybe 5 or 6 of them up. Anyway, so into Lux right now. This Lux rate is a rivalry set. So rivalry actually gives you a boost if you're the same gender. If not, you actually get a drop in power. So it's a very, very risky move to use. I'm going to get outsped there, get hit by the Fire Blast, and I'm going to take that Magmortar out, actually getting the boost from the rivalry. So that was awesome. I think I would have taken Magmortar out regardless, but it was nice to get that rivalry boost. So this is 4 out of 4 Pokemon I got to do something against. All right, so now we got the Ordino here. Now Machamp is going to come in. This is a Steadfast Machamp. So Steadfast is quite an interesting ability, not really used very often. If you get flinch right, like fake out, it'll actually boost your speed. So it's quite situational. You have to actually get flinch. All right, so we've got the Machamp. Now this Machamp actually ran with the strategy with one of my other Pokemon, which you'll see in a sec. So we got this Mega Audita. It was a big problem. There's no way I was going to be able to get around it with my Machamp. So we got Fling and Lancet Berry. We got Focus Miss, Fire Blast, and Hidden Power Ice. So I got Max Health, Max Special Attack. There really wasn't much I could do to this thing at all. Like, I couldn't do anything. I was pretty much setting up my last Pokemon. So my Machamp really couldn't get, its strategy really, like, the Steadfast strategy really couldn't be activated here. So that was fine. I was pretty much, I was happy anyway. I had like 4 of my Pokemon actually use all their very situational abilities. Now, of course, there was ways for me and encourage them to actually, happen, but it wasn't always guaranteed every battle. So going for Focus Miss, once again, there really wasn't much I could do. Draining Kiss was getting all like the health back that I was doing to it, but the key was in the last Pokemon then. So we've got another Draining Kiss that's going to take out the champ, but that is cool. Everything is set up now for my last Pokemon. So if you do remember right, earlier on I flung that Lancet Berry. Now, what Lancet Berry does, it's sort of like using Focus Energy, but giving that, that crit chance to the opponent. So they've got 2 out of 3 stages of crit chance. So now I'm going to go for the double team. This really wasn't like super important for my strategy, but it sort of added a little bit of salt to it. It's quite fun. So we've got the Draining Kiss, which is going to hit my Crocodile here. Now we've got the ability Anger Point. So if I get critted, which I did, that is going to give me an instant +6 attack. So I obviously gave that crit chance to the opposing Pokemon, which now is going to give me a free +6. I've got the Focus Sash to live the attack, and now I've got the double team up, which is also a stat boost, and I've got the move Power Trip. So I've got +6 in attack, and I've got a double team. So that's 7 boosts of stages, which is really, really strong with Power Trip. That goes up by 20 each stage. So we got Power Trip, Earthquake, Double Team, and Frustration. So this thing was like the scariest Pokemon on the team. But once again, it was situational to set up. You couldn't really go for a fling on this Pokemon because it really didn't have the bulk to actually live the next attack. So usually it was another Pokemon that had to, fling it off. All right, so Ordina really didn't want to get hit by the Earthquake, trying to stall me up the Earthquake there. I was trying to stall me out with the Prex, sorry guys. And we got the Sandslash as the last Pokemon. And I didn't even need to use Earthquake because Power Trip was like so strong now on this thing. With +6 stab and all those stat boosts. And that was the first game, so nice little clutch there then with the Crocodile. But that was awesome. Like, you pretty much got to see every ability use then on my team. So awesome battle. All right, the next one we got is against Victoria. This one was on my Discord as well. And man, this battle was an absolute roller coaster. You just won't be able to believe it. All right, so we've got Meme Lord as the first Pokemon. I'm going to go for the Acro Pressure here. Now, Acro Pressure raises a stat randomly by 2 stages, and we get a defense rise. It's like, okay, that's kind of not really I wanted to get. I actually wanted to get evasiveness and then have the Bright Powder and then get the Thrash Confusion off, like have 3 different stages. That'd be absolutely crazy. Anyway, so that didn't happen there. It's going to have the Rain Dance, and it's going to be outspeed me in the rain there with its ability. And it's going to take me out with a crit, guys, and it's going to get Ancient Power Boost. So this is not good, right? This is really, really bad. So not a a horrible start to the battle. So poor Dodo is going to be extinct again. Don't worry, it'll come back in one of the other battles. So now we're going to bring them out. So I thought, okay, I'm definitely going to get outsped, obviously, but I might be able to do some damage with the Dank Pulse or go for the Hypnosis. I actually went for a risky Hypnosis here, and obviously I'm going to leave on my Focus Ash, but I get frozen, so like, man, I'm getting absolutely wrecked by this thing at the moment. And just to top things off, right, the Meme Lord is going to go for a Scald, de-Thorn me on 1 health, and take me out. That is what I call absolute disrespect. So I've lost a third of my team already. I'm getting swept by a meme at the moment. So I gotta do something here. So I thought, okay, I've got to go for a really risky play here. We're gonna swap in the Mage Rub. So we got the Lawn Helix on Meme Helix is gonna go for the Scald. I leave that one on 19 health, right? Now the Lancet Berry is actually gonna kick in on me instead of me fleeing it, which is fine. So I have the Focus Miss. I was like, if I go for Focus Miss here, right, get that critical hit on Lord Meme and take it out, but it doesn't happen, right? There was such a good chance of that happening, but it didn't. Oh, I'm getting super unlucky at the moment, and now it's going to be able to take me out with the Ancient Power. So like, all right, here we go. Watch it get another boost, and that is my Mage down. Thankfully, it doesn't get another boost, but man, I wish I could have taken it out with that. All right, so half my team's gone down to 1 Pokemon already. Things are looking really dicey at the moment. So we've got the Krookorook coming in here, and I can go for the Earthquake to finish this thing off. I was like, it may just leave like super badly if it's very, very bulky. I know it does have an Ancient Power Boost and has decent defense, so there is a chance it could leave that one, but I get a critical hit. So that's pretty good there. It's a little bit of karma on that one. So this is where the tide of the battle started to turn, and it was a crazy turn of the battle. All right, so firstly we got the throw going for the Protect here. So as soon as it's in Protect, I thought, okay, it's going to have like Flame Orb and Guts, right? So that's cool. This is a very, very bulky Pokemon too. It's hard to take Throw out in one shot. It's got amazing health. It's just got very, very nice bulk and, little weaknesses. So we're going to go for the Earthquake. That's the best thing I could possibly do. Power Trip's going to do donkeys. And honestly, Earthquake's like a 3 to 4 hit KO. It's horrible. So now, guys, guess what? It's going to hit me with a Storm Throw. And as you guys know, Storm Throw always critical hits. Guess what, baby? I've got the Angle Point ability and it's going to kick in. I didn't even need to use my Lancet, bro. So now they're like, oh, shit, here we go again. So we got the +6 in attack, baby. I'm going to go for the Earthquake. And damn, son. We got the sweep going here. So Judo's going to go down. Needs to practice a little bit more Judo after that. We got 5 Pokemon remaining now. So we got the Dusknoir, right? And I was thinking, okay, Dusknoir is going to have really super bulky to max to live this one. But even though I was thinking, no, I think I can take this out in one shot, I was actually worried about probably Shadow Sneak the most out of that. Power Trip absolutely demolished that Dusknoir. Holy moly. So we got 3 more Pokemon left, and we got the Meganium next. So Power Trip, as I just explained before, gets a power boost for every, obviously, stat rise. So you could even go even further than this set. But it's quite fun. I did a Crocodile Sweep, I believe, on my channel sometime. But man, I think Krookorook needs to have its own video by this stage. Alright, so we got the Meganium down, we got the Flareon coming out. The only thing I was worried about was Quick Attack. That was probably the only thing could probably get around this strategy. It's not going to outspeed, and the Flareon is going to get hit by a +6 Earthquake. That one is going downtown. We got 1 more Pokemon left. This thing is absolutely bodied the entire team. If you looked at the start of that battle, right, did you honestly think I was going to win that? Honestly. So the last Pokemon is the Klinklang, and we both got a Klinklang. Actually, I don't mind the shiny Klinklang. Looks quite cool. Guys, look at that little spinning one with the green nose. Anyway, so I'm going to go for the Earthquake there, and there's no way it's going to live that, and that's game. That was almost a Friday video. That was 5 Pokemon in a row. Hope you guys enjoyed this second battle. I really just had to show that one because it was such a turnaround. I was getting spanked at the start, and then that I just pulled that Uno card. All right, so we got the third battle. This one was on my Discord as well. And we got the Dodo lead here. Now, we got this. This was against Spooky Q as well. And then we got that Clawitz lead. Dodo doing some heavy damage with the Thrash. And it's just not enough to take out the Clawitz. Has got a little bit of bulk there. And Dodo is going to go down there again. But it did some pretty solid damage. I mean, the best thing it did was the first battle, right? That wheezing KO was absolutely gold. That was like what it was. That set was like made for. All right, so we're going to bring in the Meowth here, go for that Dank Pulse, getting a little bit dank, and taking out that Clawitz. So not a bad start there. At least I got rid of one Pokemon. Dodo doesn't really live for very long anyway. All right, so this was pretty funny. So we got the Shuckle. I'm going to go for the Nasty Plot because Shuckle is it's a very pro Pokemon to be set up fighter. So got that nice +2 in special attack. It's going to go for the Infestation. Guess what happens, guys? Your boys got the we got the rattled again. So it's like, okay, this is actually quite good. We might be able to get like a mega a Lola Meow sweep here. So Infestation's got a little bit of damage to me. I've got that +1 in speed. Alola Meowth is actually really fast already, like for just for a baby Pokemon. So going for Dank Pulse, and it's going to go for the Shell Smash. So obviously it's got the contrary ability, so that's going to raise its defense and special defense. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm probably not going to be able to get rid of this thing. Like, what am I going to do to it? This team actually doesn't even pack anything like they can remotely take it out in one shot. It's actually really not that strong. I need like an anger point or something like that. All right, so risking it all, going for the Hypnosis. Hypnosis lands, which is really good. So it's like, okay, this isn't too bad. I might be able to get a swap here at least, or get some more nasty plots up against this thing. So if I was hitting this thing with +6 Dank Pulse, that'd be doing some that mighty fine damage. All right, so go for the nasty plot again, hoping the Shuckle doesn't wake up so I can set up on it. So I've got that +4, right? So that's really good. Shuckle wakes up instantly and gets the Toxic off. I'm like, damn, that was super unlucky. All right, but now I was thinking, okay, my Meowth's probably going to have a couple of turns to take this thing out. I may as well go for an attack now because this is probably the biggest stat boost difference we're going to have until it starts spamming Shell Smasher. Definitely probably has Rest or something. So going for the Dank Pulse there on the Shuckle, and I get a critical hit. Oh man, that definitely mattered. That is some absolute salt there. All right, so Meowth getting a very, very important KO. However, people, the salt doesn't end. So we got the Solar coming out there. Helois looking a little bit sunburnt, man. You gotta slip, slap in the sun. Just remember that, guys. Remember the life lessons I teach you in these videos. So go for the Dank Pulse there, and it's gonna have a Focus Sash. Why does it have that for? It's Focus Sash Metagross. All right, so we got the Fleech again, and Meowth is actually going to live this one. I can't believe I got the crit on the Shuckle, right, and then I got the flinch on the Helois. That was crazy. So Meowth doing absolutely most my expectations, I didn't think they'd be that high, but the Meowth is going to take 2 Pokemon up. That was awesome. All right, so we've got 3 more Pokemon now. We got both my Little Cup Pokemon down, which is cool. And now we got the Delphox. So I'm going to go into Luxray here. So Luxray, this is quite funny. So it's like, okay, I'm going to show you guys how weak a rivalry is when you're the opposite gender. Right? So we've got a Mystical Fire from the Delphox doing some pretty solid damage to me, dropping my special attack. It's also got the Life Orb too, which I noticed. So going for the Wild Charge, Choice Bandit, it doesn't even take it out because the rivalry, since we're opposite gender, that actually does the opposite effect of being the same. Which it gives it that, that one stage boost there. So we got the Luxray going down to Mystical Fire, but I just thought that was super hilarious. That's probably the only time you ever see Delphox with like a Choice Band Wild Charge, unless you're running like a bulky one like me. All right, so into the Kling Klang. Kling Klang was actually really useless in this battle, so I thought, let's just send it out there. It's going to Mystical Fire me, and it's going to go down, and the Life Orb is going to take the Delphox out. So I thought, that's fine. I was happy with that, getting rid of the Kling Klang. It sort of served its purpose in this battle. So we got 2 more Pokemon left, and now we got Tokyo 69 coming out, which is the Vivillon. Now, this was really risky, so I thought I could use Fire Blast against Vivillon right now and take it out, and maybe live the next attack and get that Lancet Berry boost and definitely take it out. And I went for the memes instead, guys. I wanted to get that Crocodile win 3 times in a row, but guess what happens, guys? I'm going to consume my Lancet Berry, and guess what? I got the confusion right. I got through the confusion, but I couldn't fling anything because it's like, okay, let me put it this way, right? You've got a burger, right? You consume that burger, but then you want to throw it at someone, right? But you've already eaten it. So Macham's going to go down. Man, this is salt. Okay, so my Lancet Berry combo failed epically there. I wanted, this is the things I do for you guys. I go for the memes, all right? I go for the memes, but that one, You know, that wasn't the best play. All right, so we got the sleep powder on my Crookerook scumbag. I was hoping they'd attack me because I got a focus sash, but they probably knew I was up to tricks in my Crookerook. All right, so I'm going to be asleep here. I do have double team. I thought I might be able to get that low-key double team off. They're going to go for substitute, so they definitely didn't have focus sash right. You know, obviously you wouldn't use focus sash and substitute. So now I can see they've got their leftovers. Fire blast from the Mace Yep definitely would have taken it out for sure. And yeah, this is where the salt begins, people. So we got the hurricane there. I was hoping it would miss. I'd get like a lucky miss and wake up and get a double team. And it's going to take me all the way down to my focus sash. So pretty much here, I've got one chance to wake up and get a double team off and finish this thing off with a power trip. Hopefully, I could do it, and I don't wake up, unfortunately. Now, the thing about the compound-ized Vivillon, it doesn't miss very often, right? And it's going to go for another hurricane and take me out. I tried, people. I tried very hard in the last game to get 3 Crookerook finishes, but man, those are crazy battles. Hope you enjoyed all 3 of them. I certainly did, in a really cool like theme team and abilities too. All right, people, I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?